I just always thought of myself as Puerto Rican, half Puerto Rican. I didn't think I was, my family was originally from Spain and slaveholders.
Hostin's obsession with race gets thrown back in.
She's made a career calling America racist, demanding accountability from strangers for sins of the past. But when her family's history surfaces, revealing slave ownership, Sunny Hostin freezes, and Greg Gutfeld, he doesn't miss a beat. Sunny Hostin has spent years defining herself by identity, race, and the perceived sins of others. But now, she's forced to confront a truth she never expected to hear. Her own ancestors were slaveholders. And just as the clip begins to fade, Greg Gutfeld goes in, calm, surgical, brutal. Before we dive into the full story, comment where you're watching from. If you're tired of selective outrage and love seeing public figures held to their own standards, hit that subscribe button now. Let's get into it.
Hostin's obsession with race gets thrown back in her face. Today's video comes to us from Sunny Hostin. Sounds like a town. We're in Sunny Hostin. She was on PBS's Finding Your Roots, a show dedicated to researching celebrity ancestry.
Oh, I'm a little bit in shock. I just always thought of myself as Puerto Rican, half Puerto Rican. I didn't think I was, my family was originally from Spain and slaveholders.
Yeah. So how are you feeling, my friend?
I think it's actually pretty interesting that my husband and I have shared roots.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate that. And I think it's great for our children to know this information. I guess it's a fact of life that this is how some people made their living, on the backs of others.
Fact of life. Interesting change of tune. For more, we go to our chief Sunny Hostin correspondent for a reaction.
She's built an entire career calling America racist, scolding the country over inherited guilt, and demanding moral apologies from people for crimes they never committed. But when her own family history takes a dark turn, Sunny Hostin suddenly forgets how to preach. Turns out, her third great-grandfather owned a slave boom. The self-declared queen of generational guilt just tripped over her own roots. And as the PBS special fades to black, Greg Gutfeld doesn't even need a line, just a raised eyebrow and perfect comedic timing. Before we dig in, hit that like button if you're tired of media elites who dish out guilt but can't take a look in the mirror. Because this isn't just hypocrisy, it's a full-blown credibility collapse playing out live.
I just want to go on the record to let everyone know that I am very much against slavery.
Okay, good.
Very brave to say that on this panel. Karma, definitely. I mean, it's one thing. It's going to be so awkward on new episodes of The View when she tries to pull the race card.
Yes.
And then she's like, America is racist, and then they're like, yeah, they might be racist, but they're not like slave owner racist. like somebody that we.
That's so true.
Yeah.
She could have maybe done better. Okay, here's the thing. One thing, and I would have even actually not give her any is she said, well, I guess that's just what they did back then.
Yeah.
She should have followed that up with saying something along the lines of, and I understand that that's a departure from the way I've talked about this before. That was to me, the one thing that was missing.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's okay, now that you have this information, have you had any personal growth? Do you think about things differently? You have to acknowledge that. Yeah. Because when you're presented with new information, it's okay to change your mind. It's good to change your mind, but you should acknowledge that has happened.
If she is shaming descendants of this, will she continue to do that when she is now one of them, Dana? And it is funny. She is so wrapped up in identity, and she had no idea who she was.
Well, now we understand why she always makes Whoopi get the coffee. I don't know. That's not true.
That's not true.
But you think about things that she said and how offensive they are.
Yeah.
Well, karma.
Yeah, it is karma.
Sunny appeared on Finding Your Roots, that soft focus show where celebrities usually tear up while slow piano music plays. But not Sunny. No emotion. No pause. Just a stiff smile and, it's just a fact of life. Gutfeld didn't need theatrics. On the 5, he calmly voiced what most were thinking. This is the same woman who's built a media persona scolding Americans over historical injustice, and now suddenly it's complicated. Now we're embracing nuance. For years she's told others to confront their ancestry with shame. But when her own family shows up in high definition, her reckoning becomes a quiet shrug. The double standard couldn't be more clear.
She is shaming descendants of this. Will she continue to do that when she is now one of them?
Then the internet took over like a meteor. TikTok, Threads, YouTube Shorts, reaction clips of Sunny's face, zoomed-in edits, the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme rolling under the moment her ancestry was revealed. One viral post summed it up. Sunny Hostin just found out her ancestors owned slaves, and her response was basically, "That's life, girl." Another hit even harder. You can't preach generational guilt for years and then treat your own history like a parking ticket. That's not accountability. That's a dodge. And Gutfeld. He sealed the moment. They might be racist, but not slave owner racist. That line? Instantly iconic. Meme gold. And it wasn't just conservatives sharing it. Moderates chimed in too. Because this was never about ancestry, it was about selective outrage. No one's blaming Sunny for what her ancestors did. That's not the scandal. The scandal is the sudden silence. The collapsing moral high ground. The carefully polished media persona that built its foundation on shaming others, until her own story got inconvenient. She spent years demanding people sit in discomfort, confront ugly truths, and own history they never lived. But when her own chapter arrived, that's how people made a living. Really, that excuse might work over brunch, but not in the moral courtroom she helped construct. What Gutfeld exposed wasn't just Sunny's hypocrisy, it was the entire game. A machine powered by outrage, fueled by guilt, and protected by a one-way standard. And when that standard finally turned around, it collapsed. Final blow. Sunny Hostin didn't just participate, she tried to lead the charge. She told America it had to carry its past, acknowledge privilege, and reckon with systemic wrongs. But when her receipts came due, she shrugged. No pause. No remorse. Not even a flicker of self-awareness. And that's why it blew up. This wasn't a gotcha moment. This was a persona crumbling under its own weight. Gutfeld didn't have to twist the knife. Reality did the job for him. So here's the question. Is Sunny being unfairly criticized? Or is this what real accountability finally looks like? Let us know in the comments. And if you're done with moral lectures from elites who collapse under their own microscope, hit that subscribe button. Because here, we don't cancel, we audit. And unlike The View, we don't do shrugs. We do truth.